Alright, I'm back. Flamey, I'm back. Ah! Flamey! No! No! Flamey, wake up! Wake up! Poor Flamey. I shouldn't have let you starve. I shouldn't have wasted all that money on video games. Well, this man did tell me that there was a burial ground across the street, and so that would be a perfect place, although he did tell me not to bury him all the way up on the top. I don't know why, but it doesn't matter. It's just, I mean, it's a burial ground. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Whoa! Flamey, you came back. Oh my god, this is incredible. From now on, I'm gonna start feeding you every single day for the rest of my and your life. Hey guys, what's up? This is Matthew Davis Media once again, and welcome back to another movie review, aka After I Saw. Before I get into it, I want to let you guys know I am back in New York. I was in New York 3 years ago, and I'm back. We're staying here for my dad's birthday. I did not know we were actually doing this because Dad wanted to keep it a surprise, but yep, we're going to be staying here till Wednesday. So, oh, and just so you know, I got this shirt from the Nintendo store. That's why I got that Litten over there. But, I mean, I'm starting to get into Pokemon. I saw they had a Litten, and yeah, I just really wanted one. So I thought it would be perfect for me to put that in the skit for the beginning of the video. But, anyways, I've been wanting to talk about this for quite a while, okay? And now I finally get to. This time I'm going to be talking about Pet Sematary. This is the remake that I thought I did not want, okay? Because 5 years ago, I thought it was going to be a terrible idea because they're remaking everything. Until as soon as I got older, I thought maybe a remake to Pet Sematary wouldn't be a bad idea after all. Because, you know, the original hasn't really aged that well. I mean, I loved it when I first checked it out, and I still think it's a good movie, and so that's basically it. I was a big fan of the movie back then, and I did not want a remake, but as soon as I saw the trailer, I was like, this might actually work, and let's find out if it actually does work. So, Pet Sematary is about the Creed family. They move to this new house with a new neighbor named Judd, played by John Lithgow, and there's a woods by their house, and in the woods is a pet cemetery, but above is an Indian burial ground that can bring things back from the dead, pets, even people, and when their cat Church dies, they resurrect him, or at least Lewis resurrects him by burying him in the Indian burial ground until... And of course, if you know about the book, if you have read the book, and if you've seen the original movie, then I think you know how it's going to play out. Although there are definitely some differences between this that I'm not really going to spoil, because that would be getting into the spoiler territory, and I do not want to get into that. And honestly, is my past self right? Did I think it sucked? I thought this was better than the original. That's right, guys. This movie really surprised me. I thought it was one of the best Stephen King adaptations. It's definitely not up there with Shawshank Redemption or Green Mile, but in terms of horror territory, I could say it's one of the best Stephen King horror films out there. And it's receiving mixed reviews. When critics started reviewing it, they've been praising it. Now it's just like... it's getting lower, but, you know, I mean, Stephen King himself really enjoyed this movie, surprisingly, and that's a rare sight because he mostly hates his adaptations. Stanley Kubrick. But anyways, let me get into the praises, alright? Everybody is phenomenal in this movie, and I was surprised of how well their characters were developed. specifically the mother, and surprisingly, the performance from the kid that played Ellie Creed was also fantastic in the movie. I really cared about the mother, especially because basically she has her past of her sister who she had to take care of, and but yeah, it's really creepy. And John Lithgow, I can say, was probably the best part of the entire movie. He gives a fantastic performance as this. At first, I was like, have I heard of him before? Well, yeah, actually, he played Lord Farquaad in the original Shrek movie, the first Shrek movie. But and is this movie creepy? Well, let me tell you. Um, the original Pet Sematary creeped me out. I could not watch that movie more than 3 times because it really creeped me out. And honestly, it's one of the more depressing horror films out there. This is definitely just like the original film, although there are some differences, especially towards the end. That ending, which I do not want to say a single thing about until you guys see it. It's probably one of the best endings to a Stephen King adaptation I've seen in a really long time. I thought it was a great way to end it, and it's gonna turn some people on. It's definitely gonna turn some people off, but all in all, I thought it was a great way to end it. And in terms of issues, I can say the editing towards the first half of the movie is a little choppy, and scenes go a little short from there, and there are a couple of jump scares that weren't technically false. I mean, that scene in the trailer with the truck, that jump scare scene. You can expect that, so it's not really a big deal. That's pretty much like the most false jump scare in the entire movie. And there are some jump scares here and there, but all in all, it's mostly creepy. It gives that sort of build up to the grand finale of the entire film. It's creepy, it's depressing. Oh, and let me talk about the cat Church. Church belongs in this movie. He's definitely one of the best parts of this entire movie, and I think he's going to come along to become a fantastic horror icon. He is chilling. He's more disturbing than the Church from the original film. Not saying that the original Church wasn't scary. He was, but this cat is absolutely fantastic. He is even more creepy, more chilling. That's the thing. That's exactly what this movie is. It's chilling. It's a film that that you need to stay quiet because if you ignore all the trailers, I think you'll enjoy this movie a lot more. But if you have seen the trailers, it might turn you off, and you might know what to expect. But I can't really help that because I have seen the trailers. But there are some things that I did not expect to see, and there are some moments that I did not expect to see, and that's another plus right there, especially towards the end. I'm so glad that this is a horror remake that actually knows what it's trying to be. It knows, the casting choices are perfect here. Like I said before, everybody's phenomenal. John Lithgow. I can't remember the names of any of the other actors, but all in all, I can say this is a satisfying remake. And believe it or not, I think this is completely necessary. So I can't believe 5 years ago I was like, this remake's gonna suck. This remake's gonna suck. This remake's gonna suck. Although I might see it, and I did see it, and I thought it was great. So yeah, definitely, this is one to definitely check out, even though Shazam is out, and most people are definitely gonna see that more than this. I do feel like this came out at the wrong time because Shazam's coming out, and I will be seeing Shazam. I'm actually going to be seeing it tonight, but all in all, it's still a fantastic movie, and it's a film that I do not think you should miss. I'm gonna give Pet Sematary a 4 out of 5. That's right, guys. I did not think I would love this movie. This movie is what I want in a horror remake. We had Suspiria. I wouldn't be surprised if they made a horror remake I wouldn't be surprised if the Child's Play remake probably might not be better than the original, but I wouldn't be surprised if that turns out to be great as well. Being a good year for horror so far. So we have Us and this, yeah. It's definitely it's nowhere near as good as It. I can tell you that it's nowhere near as good as It, but it's a remake that is still worth checking out if you're a fan of Stephen King. Alright, I gotta go because my parents are gonna be back in here any minute and they're just doing stuff right now while I get this review out. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Word out.